Welcome back to the channel, guys. Tonight, I got Ocho with me. I got Justin as the disembodied voice, as usual. If you guys haven't seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre that just came out on Netflix, you know what to do. Yeah. You know what to do. Unsubscribe, all that good stuff, and then come back and resubscribe once you watch it, because we're going to talk about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If you guys are just joining me, this is kind of the prototype for like what we're going to do on Patreon. Yeah. We're trying to go big or go home. So, and Josh is the big and Justin's the home. So, what
does that even mean?
It doesn't mean anything. It means what I want it to mean. Because this is my if this is my quantum reality, I'm gonna start doing what I want, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like if I want to shoot people, I'm gonna shoot people.
Yeah, and I mean, why not?
Like, yeah.
I'm gonna start selling people catnip and saying it's weed and just do what I gotta do.
You're talking my kind of language. Let's go. Fuck the podcast shit. Let's go make some money.
But so all of us in this room have seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You said you liked it last night.
Yeah, I liked it up until it got.
So for me, that was a half hour into the movie.
It was. I want to say when the fucking when the survivor showed up, that's when it got like it was, to me it was good up until that point.
That might have been one of the worst parts of the movie for me, by the way.
Yeah,
because they literally,
they took a good movie and they shit on it.
They copied the Halloween remakes formula.
Well, they're doing that now. It's called a soft reboot, where you're taking old characters to introduce new characters. It's called a soft reboot.
I'll take it further.
The only good one I've seen so far that like actually pulled it off was the new Ghostbusters. I thought that was good.
I'll take it a little further than that. Okay. Not only did they do what you just did, but they copied the exact formula. You have the girl from the original movie, right? Because this movie is the sequel to the original, right? So all the other stuff isn't really canon. You bring the original girl back, right? Okay. Now she spends the rest of her life training and shooting.
Fucking Starship Trooper, dude.
But that's what they had Jamie Lee Curtis do in the new Halloween.
Yeah. Like just waiting for her day.
She's been waiting and training, and now she has guns.
The Jamie Lee Curtis thing made more sense because she's like fought him multiple times.
This one didn't.
Not in the new series though. What? Not in the new series. In the new series,
it's not. The other
it's
ones
only taken from the first one.
No,
so
all the way from 4 doesn't count.
Yeah, it's just all.
So this new one is Halloween 1, then it goes to Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and then Halloween Ends is the next one. Yeah, so they copied that formula, bro. Like that's so to me, I was like, okay, you didn't need that.
But she was in H2O.
Yeah, H2O is in its different timeline.
Yeah, it takes place in like a different universe, if you will.
I didn't know that.
I mean, it didn't at first until the new one.
Either way, the way they did it with Jamie Lee Curtis's character, it made more sense. Like, she was a recluse. She was just, like, hella traumatized by it. Not like, oh, I'm going to become a trooper. Like, bro,
wasn't she a marshal?
Yeah, a marshal.
Yeah, and like, to me, that was like, okay, because if
bro,
you watch the original...
couldn't even handle him the first time. Now you're going to become a trooper? And then she's sitting there gutting a pig? Wouldn't you have hella PTSD?
Yeah, I just remember that. She's sitting there gutting a pig and like...
She's gunning the fuck out of the pig.
Doesn't she get a call?
Yeah.
And she's like
washing her hands and shit.
I'll be right there. So the first 30 minutes is like, okay, I get the whole we're social media influencers. We're kind of cringy, right? The whole Gen Z millennial thing. We're cringy. We're social media influencers.
Like I told you, like the Scream one, the new Scream, that one made sense just because of the fact that the original Screams... They, like, played off the cringiness. But, like, the first one wasn't that at all. And then you add this cringiness. It doesn't make sense.
You know, we get these kids going to Texas. They're going to buy property. And, like, you know, so I didn't mind that in the beginning. Right? And I didn't even mind the old lady being in that house and, like, you know, getting taken away in the ambulance. And because we need a reason for him to snap.
You know, that stuff was cool. I just didn't like the whole, like, they're driving an electric car. It was a Tesla, by the way. I don't know. They like covered the logo and shit. I get it, but that was clearly a Tesla. But they were just sitting there driving an electric vehicle, and the girl was in the back seat like looking at her Instagram, and it was all like Black Lives Matter this, and the black dude gets pulled over by the police and is like, make sure they could see your hands.
Yeah, it's like,
And
we
then
get
like
it.
Or they talk shit about the guy having a gun.
and like the redneck dude who like drove past them like all like with his smoke coming out the back, and then they mention like, yeah, if you're driving like biodiesel fuel, bro, like just the Confederate flag dilemma, like the whole thing was just like cringy as fuck, dude.
Yeah, because like
they were like just trying to force like Gen Z issues into the movie.
Because we're in Texas, right?
It
So
just
like
didn't
if we don't see a Confederate flag, there's a problem, in my opinion. If we're in Texas,
Is that even a Texas thing?
no,
That's more of a
South thing, right?
yeah.
But Texas is technically South. But the Confederate flag part of the
thought
movie, I
Texas
didn't
was, like-
mind though. I didn't mind that part. Like that made sense to me. Okay, to me it did.
It
But
seemed forced, but I mean,
but the other stuff you guys brought up just now, yeah, that was
or
bad.
the fact that like she
Bad.
was just like part of a school shooting, like they were just trying to force like the fuck out of like American, like modern time
But it
American
wasn't
problems.
that bad until, in my opinion, until she showed the fuck up.
Who?
You know, I thought it got bad once
The main
the
character
ambulance
from the
crashed.
beginning, the first one.
Yeah, but that was like towards the end of the movie. You thought the whole movie was good up until
I
that
thought
part?
it was decent.
I just thought that like they would
I
like what I
thought
said.
it-
I thought they were just trying to shove like modern day American problems down your throat.
I thought it got bad when the ambulance crashed. Like from that point going forward, everything was just super
I
goddamn
think
cringy.
the ambulance trip, the ambulance accident, and then the post ambulance accident where like she's in the car trying to escape and stuff. I thought that whole shit was like the best part of the movie.
yeah, that was good. Oh, when the
He's cutting off her face and shit.
And like
Yeah.
she's like trying to hide and
she's
escape
like looking
from
in
him.
the rear view. Yeah, that
Like
was
that
good.
that whole segment to me was like hella good, but like the rest of it, like it's not that it was bad, it was, but
Like it
it
had
just
good-
it just kept taking you out of the immersion of a scary movie.
No, they had good killing scenes, like where she's hiding under the bed and then the redneck dude shows up. I thought that was a great scene.
yeah.
They did a nice callback with Leatherface where he was sitting on the bed with the dress in his hand, like looking at it and like smelling it.
Yeah.
That was a good callback to the other Leatherfaces we've seen.
I thought it was cool how. I don't even know what it's called, but you know how like in Dead by Daylight he like goes on a rampage with the thing. They paid tribute to that, which I thought was cool.
One of
He's
the
like
worst.
swinging his.
I don't know if you guys
the
agree with me.
chainsaw.
One of the worst parts of the movie, one of the worst parts, it completely took me out of the movie, was when the TikTok scene happened in the bus.
Nah, what took
Yeah.
When they all start pulling out everybody had a fucking phone. Everybody pulls out
and
a
then
phone.
she goes, "You're gonna get canceled." Bro."
Everybody does have a phone though.
Okay, you're right. What
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying
you
is,
see a motherfucker with a
the
chainsaw,
chainsaw and blood everywhere.
and you pull out your phone. You're like, "Oh, you're gonna get canceled, bro." You're
that
about
was
to
bad.
get.
That
I
was
know-
so on the nose, bro. Like that was so bad.
I know, but that moment, I had like 10 of those throughout like the whole thing, where like you're watching a scary movie and then it just takes you out.
Or the fact that he like gutted this bitch with a chainsaw,
And
like,
she still survived.
and then she ends up shooting him later.
That
and
was
then
bad,
And then
too.
like reloads the shotgun and gives it to the girl. No.
Yeah, Kylie hated that part.
Yeah, and
No!
we're setting, and early in the movie, the redneck guy shows her the assault rifle. Remember?
The AR, yeah.
Yeah. So we know that's gonna happen. It's leading up to her getting that gun and shooting him, right? So when we finally get to that part, she has the gun at him.
She didn't even know how to cock it. bro.
It doesn't work. Then why did you put that in there? Seriously, ask yourself why. I'm not trying to be mad at a fake fucking movie, right? Bro, you had that whole lead up. She sees the gun. We need a gun. He's killing people. Oh, how do we kill him? Now she has it, right? And then it doesn't work? What was the purpose of the lead up for that?
That's what I think about the main character. I don't know why they did any of that. She's not in the movie for the first like hour. Then when she is in the movie, she dies immediately and then has no involvement to the end of the movie. Like, why did you guys make her a part of the story then?
Because they needed
That's
the
like having
original
Laurie
person.
Strode and then like not showing Laurie Strode the whole movie.
They kind of did that in
And
Halloween.
then Laurie Strode fucking
Kills.
dies. And then
Kind of like the first Godzilla movie, dude.
Oh, because Godzilla was barely in the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I just don't understand that. Yeah.
Okay, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but any reboot of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre that I've ever seen, they don't do the supernatural thing. They kind of they've always stayed away from that, right? So when he gets killed at the end and he falls back into the water, it's like, okay, we're done. Cool. Nice job. Then he fucking survives. Now, because obviously they want more sequels, right? But if you wanted more sequels,
You could have just had him escape.
yes, you've never made him supernatural. So if you wanted more sequels, Josh is right. Just have him escape. Just have him escape. But now you want me to believe he survived that. And now in the sequels, what? How do you explain how a 70-year-old man survived that?
Is he 70?
Well,
He's old as fuck.
he's old as
now.
fuck. Yeah, because it's modern time. That he's, so he's
They
his.
even made him look older.
I thought he just looked like 40, 50.
Nah, he had
I know
gray
he's
hair.
not though. Not really. Did he?
I thought he did. I'm not rewatching it to find
Yeah,
out.
I mean, real talk. I'm not. But it
I also didn't like
sucks.
how they were in the ambulance and like his mom's dying in his lap, and she's like, "Whatever you do, boy."
I don't. Was
Don't
that, was
go
that his
in my
mom?
room.
Was
Why
that his
did-
mom?
No,
I don't know.
it was his. She
Like
was
a caretaker, yeah.
daycare.
And she's like, "Don't go in my room." I'm
Well,
like,
that's
"Yeah,
not-
they
our
didn't
mom would
even.
say that,
I was
so.
wondering that the whole movie. Like, I wonder why.
Our moms would say
They
something
never
like
elaborated on why he wasn't allowed to go in a room.
It's because the chainsaw was in her wall.
Oh,
So maybe she was like,
Like, how
don't go
did-
back there because
How did he know the chainsaw was in the wall if she put it there, or if he put it there, had she known?
Maybe he respected her enough not to go through her stuff.
I don't know. But I just again that took me out of the moment because it's like, hey, that's such a cringy ass one liner to just throw in there. Don't go in my room. That's her last words to her son, huh?
And I felt like they just bought. Yeah, I mean,
My last words: kill everybody in this fucking van, Drew.
I mean, to me, that's why I took it out of the movie. It took me out of the movie. Sorry, I'm not expecting fucking Daniel Day-Lewis and Matt Reeves to be directing these type of movies. I get it. I get that there's some level of like I gotta like throw that away. But it's just like, why does it have to be that bad? Like, why does the writing have to be literally on the nose? Everybody's like, you're getting canceled, bro. No, bro. Everybody did that. I can understand a few people, but everybody.
I like that scene though for the gore.
Yeah, the
Josh
gore
is
was
right. Like
good.
the killing stuff.
Yes.
They did a good job on that.
He went like he was going ham. Remember with the hammer?
Except when he
he's
stuck a chainsaw right through the fucking chest of that old bitch, and then she's
Nothing
nothing happened to her. She was just laying on the floor alive as fuck.
Take my shotgun,
him.
girl.
Reloads it.
Come on now.
Come on now, giddy up on now. But yeah, I gave the movie a 5 out of 10.
You gonna take my shotgun, nephew?
I might give it a 4 out of 10 now. Now that we've talked about it, now that I've got to like experience this talk with you guys, 4 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, horror movies are in this weird like drought of bad limbo. Cause like, so you had these movies like Halloween and all them. They were made in the 80s, 90s.
70s, 80s, 90s, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you had that. That was cool.
The golden age.
Okay. And then it was a bunch of crap. And then you didn't get anything good until like Paranormal Activity.
Insidious.
And then that turned to crap. And then you got the Insidious. And then you had the Conjuring. And then everything's kind of played off of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now they're like, oh, we can't do anything new because then it's copying like those. So we're just going to go back to the oldies and reboot them. Like, just come up with something new and make it good. You're like ruining old movies by creating new crap. Just create something new and that can be crap or that can be good.
Hey, do you think they can? Like, honestly, ask yourself
I don't think
this.
you can make anything
They
to
don't.
scare us anymore.
You know why? I think the internet ruins scary movies, bro. We have so much access to desensitized stuff like killings and murders and beheadings and
No, I don't even think.
oh, so
Not really. It would have been a good movie if they just didn't add too much moments that take you out of the movie. They could have gone without all the stupid fucking
Hey, we
modern
thought that-
day Gen Z, whatever the generation is. I don't fucking know, but they could have done without that, and it would have been fine.
Yeah. I don't think what you said is true because we thought that before Insidious came out and Insidious scared the shit out of me and you.
Insidious was dope.
But I still think that the future of scary movies isn't going to be what we think, bro. I still kind of have a theory that, like, scary movies are going to be, like, real-life stuff. How else do you scare people now? You're right. Like, how do you scare people, dude? Like, if you really want to scare people, this whole slasher film thing, it's cool, but it's not going to work anymore. That's not going to work. Remember when we were growing up? The Exorcist. Our parents were like, "That's the scariest movie ever." And,
Shit.
No, it wasn't The Exorcist. It was Poltergeist.
but it was also The Exorcist.
Yeah, and the fog.
And the fog, yeah. And then when you watch The Exorcist, I remember she's like, "You fucking cocksucking priest, fucking cock." It's like, that's not scary, Mom. I laughed. When she started doing the whole, "I'm gonna puke on your dick, fucking." Like, I was like, dude, Mom,
She's in
you
there
didn't tell me how
fucking-
funny this was. Remember at the House of a Thousand Corpses, they claimed for years, Justin, that was the scariest thing they've ever seen.
I've never even seen that movie.
We
bro.
watch it, it's good, but it's like, Mom, that's not the scariest
wasn't
movie
scary
thing.
at all. Yeah.
It's cool, right? I like the lead up to like Baby and Firefly, but like again,
I think slasher films are just that though. even when you watch like the old like Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street and stuff, I don't think they were scary. I think it's meant to just be like, you know,
No, I think Halloween was actually scary. When it came out, I'm pretty sure Halloween was scary.
maybe. So, but like slasher movies are kind of just like, you know, bad acting, titties,
Oh, titties.
killing.
Ecca titties, bro.
Yeah.
Which there wasn't titties.
There's
in that movie, but
always,
you know what I mean?
yeah, there's always got to be a scene where people are fucking in the first 5 minutes and then they fucking die.
I think why, but think about it. Why does it seem like
This
us
movie
three?
didn't have that, did it?
No, none of that.
No, that's what makes it
Fucking
acid.
trash.
The problem though, right, with these type of movies, is that why does it seem like people like us can write a better story than the actual people doing it? How did that get past the right, like, you know, when like to finalize it, TikTok, camera canceled, Confederate flag. Yeah, no, dude, nope. Go back and
Do you
rewrite
think
it.
that's really how a movie is made, though? Like, I'm pretty sure a movie is made with, like, an outline of, like, oh, this is what's going to happen, this is what's going to happen. Oh, that sounds like a good thing. And then, like, this, like, Gen Z TikTok thing is, like, filler shit because you can't just make a movie off of an outline.
They
Because
probably
they
thought that was going to
know-
be relatable with kids, though, but
they
they
know
just
we
missed.
won't like that. They
just
missed,
yeah.
Because they know we won't like it. The generation before us definitely isn't liking it, and the people who like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre as a franchise aren't. They're not gonna like that.
They're like, hey, we're gonna take this old slasher and we're gonna make it for the
Yeah.
newer kids, so we're gonna add relatable shit to it. But they just missed, man.
So remember when Star Wars made Force Awakens and the Last Jedi and all them? It's like what they did to Star Wars. They made these movies not for the original fans, not for people like us, because we grew up in the original trilogy and the prequels, right? So our parents showed us the original trilogy, but us three, the prequels was our Star Wars, bro.
Yeah.
That's our Star Wars. So when these people are making the new, they're not making it for us. They're making it for the kids. That's why when Luke's drinking titty milk and throwing lightsabers behind him and nothing makes sense, because they're not making it for us. So why did these people even get to make the property? They're not, you know, it doesn't seem like that these people made that movie for the true Texas Chainsaw Massacre fans. They couldn't have.
And I just
There's no way they made it for those people.
No.
I just watched the 2003, I think it was.
That was a good one, bro.
No, that's my favorite, and it's been my favorite. And I watched it right before this new one came out, just for the fuck of it. And it still holds
the
up.
beginning or the one with Jessica Biel?
The one with Jessica Biel.
The next one's cool too because it's like the beginning, but it's still.
Yeah, someone Ben said that's his favorite. He was trying to get me to watch it. I haven't seen it yet, but
I
the
like it.
2003 one is almost 20 years old, and it's way better than the one they just made now.
Because it talks about draft dodgers too, which is
Which is you.
Yeah, which we've been flatfoot. So I feel like can slasher movies and scary movies become cool again? Yes, but for stuff like Leatherface, man, we cannot be Confederate flag, TikTok, live, like, bro, no. So if they remake Jason, please don't do TikTok and Confederate flags and all this other like weird, like, that's the problem with, like, you know, like the new Lord of the Rings stuff that's coming out on Amazon, right? The problem is, make it about fantasy, make it about Middle Earth. Once you start putting real Earth problems in the show,
What are you talking about?
like, people are scared because there's a new Lord of the Rings show coming out on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to it.
I am too, but it does, to me, I just don't like the look, but I'm scared that the writers are gonna put real life Earth problems into a fucking fantasy movie, like they did with The Last Jedi. Let's go save the horsies. Remember, the horsies are getting abused in Last Jedi. Remember, they had to go to fucking Canto Bight. You guys don't remember the Canto Bight scene with Finn and Rose, and that's how fucking shitty that part was, that you don't even remember it.
You're riding horses on a spaceship.
They went to Canto Bight on the casino planet, and they had to stop to save the horsies, because the fans wouldn't want to watch Luke and Rey training more. No, they want to watch fucking horsies getting saved. That's what I'm saying. If you start making these movies, bros, don't put real life Earth things into the movie.
So, like, to end on that note, on this note, like, I think you're specifically talking about slashers. I don't think slashers can be successful unless they follow
Slasher, like
a certain type of formula and, like, hit with it. I think horror movies in general, though, they're not going to die out anytime soon, because, like Josh said, every time, like, you start to think that, a movie will come out that, like, reignites your hope for it, and then, like, you realize what the potential of future movies could be like. Because the last time that me and you thought that,
Incident in Glowsand, right?
that one, Hereditary, Midsommar, like, all those movies are fire.
Yeah, Midsommar.
They're not slashers,
yeah.
but
I think Midsommar's better than Hereditary.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. They're like
I think the only
horror
one that did that for me was Insidious.
thriller movies. They're
The
like
first one.
You never seen Incident in Ghostland?
No.
It's on Netflix, bro. But you should watch it, by the way. It's actually fucking freaky as fuck.
What is it about?
I believe it's about. I'll let you
We'll
watch
just
it.
watch a trailer or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, because
Or to like
I don't wanna spoil it.
watch the opening scene with them. That's,
there's one recently I watched. I think you even edited it into the podcast one time about the little girl who was a vampire and her neighbor was like a boy that ends up liking her, and I think it's like a Russian movie. I'll show you that one later. That one was good too, and I'm like, damn, really? That would surprise me, because you know why? They weren't trying to put like, let's put TikTok in there and let's just make a good story. No one cares if the lead is a woman. No one cares if you have black people in your movie. No one cares if they're Mexican. No one cares about that. Just make the movie good, right? But when you're in the trailers trying to like market it as that, look guys, Leatherface, but we have TikTok.
That's exactly what that is. It's, hey, look at me.
I'm inclusive now. Like, bro, you can
No one
be
gives
inclusive.
a fuck about you. We want to watch a good movie.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I'm cool with inclusivity, or if that's how you even say it, like inclusive stuff. I'm cool with that, right? But please, God, dude, you don't have to market the whole movie around that, bro. Like, seriously. No wonder they didn't show that shit in the trailer. I didn't see none of that in the trailer.
they showed the TikTok bus scene.
They showed the people pulling up the phone and like,
Yeah, in the
I
trailer.
don't remember seeing that.
And he,
So,
he was like, "Oh, do anything and you're canceled, bro." And we were making fun of it because it was like, "Hey,
I didn't even watch
this movie better not be like
actually,
that."
okay, well, I'm
And
glad
the
I
movie
didn't,
was
because
like
I wouldn't
that.
have watched it then. If I saw that, I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it, bro. The movie was. I'm not trying to shit on this movie. Like, I'm pretty sure
No,
that
I am.
the people who are original fans of this franchise, I'm pretty sure they don't like it, and I don't blame them, dude. Stop trying to take stuff that is sacred to our culture, and by our culture I mean like, you know, movies and there's like cinema. Josh is right. Like, bro, make your own thing. Make your own thing. Don't take like Freddy Krueger. You know, now everybody's like in their dreams, like, wow, TikTok. That was so bad. Sorry.
I'd rather listen to Freddy Krueger have corny lines and say bitch every 5 seconds than watch something about you're getting canceled in TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, that was bad, Justin. That was bad.
I know we said that too. What was it in Freddy versus Jason?
Yeah.
Like we just didn't like how much Freddy talked. And
But
said, like,
he does
he
do
does
that in
it
his own movies.
in his own movies, though.
And that's why I don't like those movies
But
either.
I would rather watch that shit than what the fuck I just watched.
Yeah. So what? Before we end tonight's episode, what rating did you give the movie?
I don't know. It wasn't.
I would say 4 out of 10
probably
now.
yeah, something like that.
It's only getting a 4 because the killing scenes were actually really good.
Because yeah, I felt like it was shot good. I felt like the
Like
killing
if the
scenes were
killing
dope.
scenes weren't there, yeah, it's a 0.
It had its like good.
That's
movie
how good
moments.
yeah, that's the only reason it's getting a 4 is
Yeah.
just the killing scenes were that good.
They were really good, and he was like showing like real aggression. You know, like it
Yeah.
seemed like I'm looking at someone who's really killing somebody. You know.
Yeah. Also at the end, usually when like they have like really graphic, like gory stuff in movies, they kind of like shoot it so that way you don't necessarily see it, but you know what's happening.
Yeah.
Nah, at the end they
her
straight
head-
up showed you. This,
Okay,
him
but
cutting
before
this
we
bitch's head
go, what
off.
did you guys think of the end? Okay, him living after that.
I thought it was ass, dude.
Okay, what about he rips the sister out of the car?
Yeah, no, that part was cool, but again, when they're trying to bring modern problems into like like she's driving an autopilot Tesla that's just driving away.
Yeah, okay, I was just gonna ask you that, right? I forgot that car was that can do autopilot, right? So when they were in the car together, and the sister gets yanked out of the car, and as the car's like rolling away, and like the girl's in the the sunroof part of it, I was like, who's driving?
Yeah.
I forgot that it was an
It's
autopilot.
autopilot,
Yeah.
but like it's just it takes you out of the moment because again you're thinking about that why that's happening. You're not supposed to be thinking about
She's like,
that.
and I'm like, yeah, and I was like, wait,
Yeah,
who's
see
driving
now you
that,
can't
bro?
focus on the movie because you're too busy thinking about that.
And
It's just
Leatherface is
stupid, bro.
doing like a In Your Eyes Weekend. I know like Weekend was tributing that in the music video, right? But he's just like, and it's like,
You
bro,
know.
you're 70 and you just got a neck shot with the chainsaw. I don't want to see dancing. Sorry, like I'm sorry. I know that's
What are you
asking too
talking
much.
about?
Remember at the end when he like chops the girl's head off and he's like doing like the weird spin and dance? It's like, bro,
That's what he does.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm
That's his
saying.
rampage thing.
I get that that's the tribute to him, and I even mentioned the Weekend music video. I get that's the tribute, but to me, I was already like, okay, you already survived something you shouldn't have survived. I don't want to see you do your little rampage.
Yeah, like you're gonna be
signature.
dancing and stuff with like bullet holes in your
Yeah,
chest. So.
because they've never done that in this series. I'm telling you, they've never done the supernatural. So now I'm just supposed to, I'm sorry. They thought that was gonna save the movie. Everybody's like, well, he did his signature thing. But no, now it gets a 5 out of 10. Sorry, I mean, I know I'm being a Debbie Downer, bro, but it's like,
It's not even. I don't know, man.
and now it makes it worse. The automated car. That's how she
Yeah,
gets out of that town now.
I didn't like it.
Where was that in Hills Have Eyes? See what I'm saying? Like we're gonna do a reboot of Hills Have Eyes, and like it's just the automated car is the reason they get stuck on the desert. And sorry, it's like I'm sorry. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure you give it. You
That's
guys
probably coming next too. Now that you say it.
it's now. I hope not.
And what's the one with the people in the forest?
That's like half the scary movies. Though.
Yeah. Oh no, it's Wrong Turn.
Yeah, wrong.
Yeah.
Oh.
Those are probably next.
Watch the cannibals are like, oh, we're not getting rid of our
Cannibals.
Confederate flag.
Fuckers.
What's the scary movie with the car? It's like Knight Rider or some shit. Where it's like, no, not Knight Rider. Is Knight Rider scary? You know what I'm talking about, right? It's a Stephen King movie where the car kills
I
people.
think it's
Christine.
Christine.
Yeah, watch the new version of Christine is going to be a Tesla. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an automated car. Watch.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And it can switch its voices.
I think Stephen King would finally croak, dude, if they did that. To his
I've
movie.
never seen a Stephen King movie do this though. That's what I'm saying. Like it's like I've seen cringe, but I was like, how did you give us 30 good minutes of this movie? Then literally the next hour is just
Hey, fuck you guys.
canceled. TikTok. It's like, bro, I saw.
Let's give them a 30 minutes of a good movie and then get ourselves canceled.
Yeah. And then when
You'll never work in Hollywood again.
when the old lady dies, she's like, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, that's where you draw the line. This is where you draw the line when the old lady dies. Now you don't want to do it. We just drove all the way to fucking Butthole, Texas. Now you don't want to do it. I would have told her to leave. Yep, leave. I'll just do this myself then. Literally. You guys know how I am. I would have like, just go. We didn't drive to the asshole of the United States for you to fucking say we're now the old lady's death is the reason. Your little sister was in a school shooting. That wasn't the reason to like stay home. That wasn't the reason, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining us for the review. Comment below what you thought of it. If you liked it, good for you. If you didn't, good for you, because I don't think there's an opinion that I'll shit on. If you liked it, like cool. If you're into that kind of cringy stuff, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're going to go get drunk.
Yeah. Until next time, guys. Peace.